Hello, everybody. We're going to take a look at divisibility tests right now. Um, Say, for example, you're at WAMAP and you are looking at 2.1b prime factorization divisibility tests, and you come down and look at the question and you don't understand how to get the answer. What you can do is look at this 2.1b and go back to Canvas and search the page. This is the home page, the module. Type in 2.1b and look for that. And odds are there will be a module that explains that I've created, and you can use that. If you click on that, it will explain how to solve that problem. And it usually has an example of that problem. There's a video, a screenshot of what your worksheet should look like. There's another practice sheet and the GED formula sheet. This sheet also has the divisibility mnemonics sheet, which can help you learn the rules of divisibility for these numbers. Okay, and I'm going to recommend that everyone learn 1 through 12, but 7 and 11 I think you can skip. They are complicated. So if you go in order, first learn these first four: 1, 2, 5, and 10. And then once you know 2, you can add 4 and 8 pretty easily. And then 3 and 9 are very simple. Beyond that, 6 is like knowing the rules for 2 and 3, and 12 is like knowing the rules for 3 and 4. So you have to satisfy both tests for 6 and 12. And that should pretty much make you bulletproof for these assignments. Now, WAMAP seems to only test on the divisibility rules for 2, 3, or 5. So if you're not a GED student, you can take your chances and just learn those 3 rules. They're also very simple. And you should be able to work through all the problems that way. So let's take a look at WAMAP. And you can also see what Whitney and Mayer have to say about solving these problems, how to figure out what's what. Anyway, the rule for divisibility by 2 is that the number has to be even, which means that the last number is even, which means that the last number here in the ones column is a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 9. And that's not true here, so this number is not evenly divisible by 2. The divisibility rule for 5 is the number has to end in 5 or 0, so let's click 5 and get that out of the way. And then the divisibility rule for 3, we have to add up all the digits, and if that number is divisible by 3, then the number itself is divisible by 3. So we're going to add 1 and 6 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 0 is 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 7 is 22, plus 5 more is 27. 27 is divisible by 3. And that process is iterative. When you get to 27, you can say 2 plus 7 is 9, and that's divisible by 3 also. So it's divisible by 3 and 5. Now let's just see how we did. Awesome. Let's take a look at this next one. Which of the following is 3,528 divisible by? So 3,528 is an even number, which means 2 goes into it. It does not end in 5 or 0, so 5 won't work. And let's add up the numbers and see what we get here. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 more is 10, plus 8 is 18, and 18, we can add the 1 and the 8 together to get 9, which is divisible by 3. So we are good. Let's do a couple more just for fun. 77,175, so that's going to be divisible by 5. We can see that immediately. 2 won't work, but will 3. 7 plus 7, 14, 15, 20, 27. Yes, we have a match. 27 is divisible by 3. And if you add the 2 and the 7 in 27, you get 9, and that's also divisible by 3. Okay, let's do one more. Is 3,528 divisible by 3? It looks very similar to the last number. Oh, that's because we already did it. I see. All right, so let's submit that. Oops. Okay, I think we're good. So if you need to, your worksheet, you can just run through those questions, and ends in 5, so divisible by 5. you can just write down the rule, ends in 5. And then for 3, just add up those numbers, 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 0 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5. As you do PEMDAS, you get 7, 9, 9, and then 15 here, and then 22, and then 27, which is divisible by 3. So yes, and not even. So no, not even. And then 35, 28, even number, so even. So yes, check mark. And then 3 and 5 is 7. So 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8. That's 7 plus 2, that's 9 plus 8. Is that right? 7, 8, 9. Did I write that number wrong? 3 plus 5 is 8, 10, oh, 18. Okay, I knew I was doing something wrong. So you can add that again. 1 plus 8 is 9, or you can just stop at the 18. So it is divisible by 3 because it adds up to 3, and it's not divisible by 5 because it doesn't end in 5 or 0. So this is what your worksheet should look like. I'll take a quick picture and I'll upload this, and it'll be ready for you soon.